costly cock-up or a misunderstood pioneer, no matter what, the Class 370 APT will go down in history as an icon for the British rail era. Brought to life in 00 gauge by Hornby, their fantastic model can now be yours at a significant discounted price here at Rails of Sheffield. Before we take a look at the models though, here's a quick bit of history about the APT. British Rail's Advanced Passenger Train project was an ambitious initiative to develop a high-speed tilting train for the West Coast Main Line. The WCML features many curves which negatively impact the speed of express services, and the main aim of the APT was to develop revolutionary tilt technology to mitigate this. They started off by constructing APT-E, or Advanced Passenger Train Experimental, a 4-car set powered by gas turbines. During testing, the APT-E managed to achieve a new British Railway speed record of 152.3 mph whilst on test in the Western region. The unit was only ever intended for testing, and a decision was made to switch from gas turbines to 25 kV AC overhead power instead. The APT-E was sent into preservation at the National Railway Museum, and the APT project continued with the APT-P. Between 1977 and 1980, British Rail constructed a total of 3 APT-P, standing for Advanced Passenger Train Prototype Units, at Derby Works. These pre-production prototypes were intended for testing purposes and to showcase these revolutionary high-speed sets to the public. These were the most powerful domestic trains to ever operate in Britain, with a whopping total output of 8,000 horsepower at their disposal. This incredible power enabled the APT-P to break the previous record set by the APT-E, reaching 162.2 mph, a record which stood for 23 years, only being bested by the Class 373 Eurostar units introduced in the 1990s. Unfortunately for the APT, development times on the project had dragged on, with 10 years of work put in and trains were still not ready for active service. Delays to the project caused issues with both the braking and air compression systems, and concerns were also raised with unforeseen problems that the tilting mechanisms may cause in the case of a breakdown. The then Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, alluded to funding cuts to the project, so BR management hastily pressed the APT-P prototypes into service between London and Glasgow from 1981. Further problems for the APT arose when press agents reported that the experience of riding on the trains caused them to be physically ill, and mechanical issues led to them dubbing them the accident-prone trains, in spite of the train setting a new schedule record from London to Glasgow in just 4 hours and 15 minutes. A report was carried out in 1981 to resolve the issues with passenger motion sickness and modify the tilt system. The trains were quietly re-entered into service in 1984 to minimal fanfare, and even though they were proven to work very well, political and managerial will to continue with the project had evaporated. The units were then sadly removed from service between 1985 and 1986. Despite the issues with the project, the tilting technology and train design went on to inspire many other modern high-speed trains. The tilt system was sold to Fiat Ferroviaria, who developed it into the famous Pendolino system in use across Europe. The Pendolino system was used in the development of Class 390 EMU, introduced in 2002, which many see as a spiritual successor to the APT-P. Thankfully, a 7-car APT set was preserved, and you can still see it today at the Crewe Heritage Centre, right alongside the main line that it was intended to serve. The Class 370 has long been an iconic part of the Hornby 00 gauge range, with their first models releasing in 1980, which quickly became a popular train set item. Hornby's long-awaited newly tooled APT is the model we're taking a look at here today. All new from the rails up, this new APT tooling suite included all the variations you need to produce accurate Class 370 sets. The main train sets are supplied as either a 5 or 7 car unit, and Hornby have also produced many separate packs of trailer cars and power cars to extend your train to whichever size you like. Due to their experimental nature, the APTs were actively seen in all manner of different formations, with some extremely unusual workings across their life on the mainline. The folks over at 25kV.uk have allowed us to share with you some of their amazing formation guides, which use historical photographs and other sources to chart pretty much every working that was seen in real life, as well as some fantasy formations too. There are a few on screen for you now, but head to their website 25kV.uk, linked in the description, to check out their full guides. Okay, so here's the big news. Here at Rails, these amazing new APT models are the cheapest they have ever been. We now have up to 50% off deals available across the entire range of train packs and intermediate coaches. Head to our website now using the link in the description or the pop-out banner and explore the full range. You won't see deals like this again, so now is the time to invest in your APT. Hornby's current APT really is the definitive model of these iconic units, capturing the look of the real vehicles perfectly with accurate toolings for each coach type. The APT wouldn't be the APT without the ability to tilt, and Hornby have fully replicated this with their model, which provides a dramatic and exciting effect, especially on any tighter turns on your layout. For their latest releases of the APT, the models now feature a 21-pin decoder socket, increased weight in each coach, and a magnetic coupling system too. Earlier models feature an 8-pin socket and a proprietary coupling system. All variations of the model also feature a post-bolt metal pantograph. These models don't disappoint in the performance department, with a 5-pole skew-wound motor located in one car, powering all 4 axles, which powers a realistic long rake with ease. The trains even feature full interior lighting throughout, with capacitors included in each car to ensure these are flicker-free. These capacitors provide an incredible level of charge for the lights. Even after removing them from the track for some time, they still remain lit. Of course, the models also feature directional lighting at each end to boot. We just had to bring an APT set down to Matt Dawson's amazing Gotham layout and give it a run. Let's take a look at some of the shots. So the APT has long remained an iconic and beloved part of British rail history. With so many formations seen on the real railways across the 1980s, they are an absolute boon for modelers of this era too. So will one of these beautiful units be making its way into your collection? Don't forget to click the link in the description to find out more and get a great saving across the range while stocks last. Thanks for watching Rails TV. If you've enjoyed this video, please click the like button, subscribe to see all of our latest videos, and hit the notification bell to never miss any of our uploads. See you next time!